gorgeous Cancerians. I hope you guys are well. This is Debs, and of course we are delving firmly into May. Now, Cancer, I saw someone with a notepad, old-fashioned notepad and pen, right? They weren't tapping out something on a computer. I feel as if, Cancer, you are trying to come up with a plan. I actually saw number 1, I could do this. Number 2, I could do that. Number 3, last resort, I could look at that. You're coming up with a plan, Cancer, because it's almost as if you've preempted something happening and you want to cover all your bases. What you're saying to yourself is, okay, if this transpires, how am I going to work with it? What am I going to do so that everyone's happy? It could be anything, guys. Let's jump in and find out what this is all about. All right, I'm now seeing somebody scribbling out option 3, thinking, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Yes, it's last resort, but I don't even want to look at that as an option. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Cancer. Michael's saying, let's begin. Arnold's in the corner. He's holding up a calendar. This could be time sensitive, Cancer. You may feel as if you would need to put a plan in place. I'm hearing within 6 months. Okay, within 6 months. So that when something happened, which you may feel it's going to, you know what you're going to do, or you already have a foundation in place that you can work with. Okay. So what do we have for my lovely Cancerians, please, Michael? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Cancer. Archangel Michael, show me a clip from a Disney film. I'm hearing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're off to work we go. All right, Cancer, I'm seeing a lot of gnomes marching in line. They look like gnomes. Cancer, you are thinking very logically right now. You got your practical hat on. I'm now seeing a builder slapping cement in between bricks. You are fortifying something, building something in preparation in case something else happens. All right, Cancer. I'm hearing someone say to themselves, it really is 50-50. It really is 50-50. Okay. But you want to be prepared well in advance because you don't want to be in a situation, Cancer, where you find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation because you haven't put any plans in place, which would mean you could manage this with far less stress. Okay. All right, guys. Ooh, 5 of Swords. Page of Wands. All right. Cancer. You may be feeling as if an air sign or a younger fire sign is going to cause you a lot of problems. They could have sabotaged a very delicate situation and you're angry. But this might be somebody that is a permanent fixture in your life. Cancer, this could even be your child. This could be your partner. This could be your sibling. Someone here, Cancer, took a course of action which in some way might mean that you have to pick up the pieces. They may be in denial or they may be refusing to discuss this, but I feel, Cancer, you're the one that has to sort of smooth everything over. Okay, strange. I'm seeing somebody mending a handle on a jug with super glue. You're trying to mend something, Cancer, or you're trying to ensure something stays together. or you are somehow pulling in reinforcements, joining forces with someone so that this isn't as awkward as it could be. You're preempting something, Cancer, here. You're preempting something. All right. You might have been involved with somebody in another area of the world, or you may have had to cope with an ending because someone might have sabotaged a situation and you may have been stuck in the middle. After that time, Cancer, judgment. Somebody might have had to face Judgment Day, or you realised, Cancer, in the immediate past that you had to make a very serious decision, almost on behalf of the person who sabotaged this to begin with, who may have washed their hands of this. You may feel as if this person sort of left you in it a little bit. I'm chuckling, Cancer, because I don't think this is life-threatening. I don't think you're sitting there in tears or you're super angry, but it's as if you're rolling your eyes thinking, oh, God, okay, I've got to be the one to sort it out. You're preempting something could get worse, or something could be becoming a bit of a burden, and you're wanting to ensure that you have plans in place in case something caves. Michael's actually showing me a cave. In case something caves, you want to strengthen something, reinforce something, or ensure this isn't going to cause you too many problems going forward. And Cancer, I want to reiterate, this is not you sabotaging a situation. It was someone you're connected to. I feel as if they sort of left you in it. And it's as if you don't want to have to deal with this, but you've got no choice. Gosh, Cancer, this energy is so elusive. I feel as if this is pure channeling. In your thoughts, Cancer, is the moon. This is your energy. You're a little bit nervous that your plan is not going to work. This plan that you're considering, you're a bit worried, Cancer, that there might still be issues despite you doing everything you can to put a foundation in place. I'm seeing somebody laying long lengths of wood as a foundation, almost as if you're creating a floor. In the immediate future, Cancer, the Six of Cups, you're actually thinking about the past. You're thinking how wonderful and relaxed and happy a situation was in the past. You're sitting in nostalgia about what was. If it wasn't for the person that sabotaged a situation or did something that they shouldn't have done, you would not be having to deal with this now. But you've got no choice. You're having to take the reins of this. In your fears, you're fearing someone is going to feel betrayed. Despite what you do, whatever actions you take, you're fearing the betrayal runs too deep. Cancer, this feels like a family situation. This feels like a family situation. We may have a child here. Now, this child may be an adult now, I don't know. Something happened to rip a family apart, and it was quite serious. Whoever sabotaged the situation, I think, has sort of run off and they've hidden somewhere symbolically. They washed their hands of this, they closed down a cycle, they may even move to another location. Irrespective of where they are now, what they're doing now, the damage has already been done. I think you're there, Cancer, symbolically trying to slap cement onto a brick wall to keep it solid, to keep it stable. You're hoping this works. You're really hoping whatever you're putting into progress works. Because if you're realizing that a situation really is going to dissolve, You want to make sure that you've done everything you can to sort of hold everything together, is what I'm getting here. In the environment is the Knight of Coins. In the environment, you may be speaking to an earth sign, or you may be arranging for a transfer of money that you know might take a few months. But why do I feel, Cancer, you've got a few months spare to really think about whether or not you choose number 1 or number 2 in terms of options. Third option you really don't want to consider. Okay, I'm hearing I don't want to move out of my house. Okay. Cancer, the third option may be you actually having to move physically to another location. You might be thinking, all right, well, if it gets really bad, I'm going to have to sell the house. You're not going to do that. It's sort of the last resort. You're not even wanting to consider it. So this could be a financial issue. This could be to do with having to put someone up, having to create an area for someone, because someone else sabotaged a situation which might have caused someone else the loss of financial stability. And they may be coming to you, Cancer, to say, well, because they did this, I've got no choice but to sort of land myself on you. And you may be feeling that is going to happen, but you've got a few months to think about this. How am I going to manage this? In your hopes, Cancer, the Chariot. Interesting. Cancer, you may be hoping that if you fear someone's going to ring you and say, okay, Cancer, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move in with you. I'm going to have to live with you again. You're hoping that it's not going to be too chaotic. You're hoping it's not going to cause you a lot of disruption. You're hoping it's going to be manageable. Because I'm looking at this energy, and this is someone almost in desperation, flying in your direction, things falling off the chariot, okay? And I don't know whether you can see this person on this chariot doesn't look very happy. She may even look a bit angry, but this could be a guy, you know. This is not going to be easy to manage, people, which is why you are looking at options to hold this together, is what I'm hearing. In the outcome, Cancer, is the Page of Cups. Oh, guys. Okay. Cancer, somebody's going to apologize to you because what they're realizing is, I think this is the person that sabotaged the situation. What they're realizing is this scenario, whatever they did, caused so many problems. So many problems. And they realize, Cancer, that it's actually caused you a burden. I almost feel this is someone too embarrassed to stay and help you pick up the pieces. This is someone who may have sat firmly in their ego, or they may have simply said to you, yeah, sorry about that, and headed off in another direction. It's as if they didn't want to face the music. So they've left you in it. You're afraid the whole situation's going to get worse, and you're trying to figure out a way of keeping everyone, wow, I'm now hearing apart, so there are no major disruptions. So 2 people definitely don't get on. One person may feel the other person's actually landed them in it, and you're worried, Cancer, the person that's facing problems because of what someone else did is going to race towards you to say, okay, Cancer, I'm just going to have to move in with you. You're not looking forward to having to manage this, but you are thinking well in advance, because if you do have to create some kind of plan, you're wanting to be well organized in advance. Clarification for you guys, the 5 of Cups. Not happy. Not happy. Cancer, you're very annoyed that somebody's put you in this situation. You're very annoyed about this. This is something you didn't expect to have to deal with. This is something that should have been somebody else's issue to clear up, but you're being left with it. I feel whoever sabotaged a situation has holed themselves up. They may pretend they're busy. They may say to you, I can't talk. They may say to you, they haven't got time to come and see you, because they don't want to face the music and they don't want to face you, Cancer, because they're afraid, Cancer, you're going to say to them, look what you've done. Look what you've created for me to have to sort out. They're kind of scarpered, Cancer. Whoever is sitting in the Knight of Coins, their energy is the Eight of Wands. This is someone, Cancer, who's communicating with you that money is on its way, but it's going to take a few months. This person is sitting in the energy of the Empress, could be a Taurus or a Libra. If this is financial, Cancer, this could be a mother who is saying to you, I can help you financially to try and sort this out, to try and balance everything out. Or this could be someone like a grandmother who is willing to hand over a certain amount of money to help you in the situation. It could be because a situation needs money in order for this plan to work out. Underneath the deck, my beautiful Cancerians, yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Cancer, you're looking at money here. You're looking at documents. You're looking at contracts. I'm hearing someone say, how am I actually going to do this? What is the best way of managing this? The Fool. You're really annoyed, Cancer, because somebody's landed you in it. You may have been taken for a fool. Somebody may have pulled the wool over your eyes and done something a bit sneaky. And this is you thinking, great, okay, now looking back on this, this was the worst decision I made. I let somebody get away with this, but it actually had a negative domino effect on somebody else. And they're now communicating with me to say, I'm in trouble, I need your help, or I need to come and live with you. I don't think everything is disintegrated yet, but I'm seeing somebody looking at their watch. You may feel it's just a matter of time. So you are organizing something in advance. And it's going to take money, resources. It's going to take careful planning. And you want to make sure you get this right, because otherwise there could be further problems later on down the line. The Star. Aquarian energy. What you're hoping to achieve, Cancer, is healing in the situation. I think, Cancer, you are wanting to almost apologize on somebody else's behalf who doesn't have the courage to apologize directly to the person that this affected. It's as if they don't have the courage to do it. It's as if they can't face the person whom they know is coping with the result of whatever they did. So guys, I don't know where this reading is going to take us, but you will tell me in the comments. You will know exactly what this is, if this is your story, and you will let me know what this is all about, okay? At the moment, Cancer, what you're thinking about is, I can't believe this person sabotaged a situation and sort of left me in it. I think it might get worse, so I'm looking at options of how to stabilize something, how to manage a situation if it is in danger of completely collapsing. Again, I'm seeing somebody laying wooden trusses sort of on a concrete floor. You're creating a foundation, Cancer. So guys, let's have a look at the Five of Swords. Tell us who sabotaged this. Could be a younger fire sign, could be a child. Who sabotaged this situation? Somebody who's headed off in another direction. Somebody who basically came in, caused a lot of chaos, and then left. They might have sort of left you in it. Tell us about the person that caused this chaos for Cancer. Gosh. Temperance. Could be a Sag. I don't know. Whoever the person is that caused the chaos has basically got what they wanted out of this, and they've just scarpered. They've just left. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm off now. See ya. And this is you thinking, great. It's had a really negative effect on someone else who's very upset. They have to make some major life decisions, and I'm the one who's going to have to sort this out. You're not thrilled, Cancer. You're not thrilled. Page of Swords. Yeah, because you've had a difficult message of truth from someone that because of this person's actions, it's left them in a tricky situation. What's your energy, Cancer? Yeah. This could be somebody who sabotaged family money. This could be somebody who sold a family business and went off with the proceeds. Cancer, you don't know what to do because whatever this person did to sabotage this, you don't have the financial means to make everything right. You don't have the financial means. You're strapped for cash. You don't have the money, Cancer. The Death card. There could have been an issue with a Scorpio or Cancer. Whatever this person did to sabotage the situation caused everything to change. So guys, the world in the past, you were connected with somebody at a distance, Cancer, or you had an inkling that a situation was about to end and you were worried. You were worried, Cancer. The Faith card. A situation may have been on the rocks pertaining to a Taurian, or it may well be, Cancer, that there was an issue, again, in a family dynamic. Somebody may have said, okay, that's it, not doing this anymore, not having this. This was difficult. This was a challenge. The Devil, Capricorn. You found yourself having to deal with a rather toxic situation, Cancer. Goodness me, all these major arcana. The Hermit, Virgo. You pulled back to do some thinking. What you were thinking about was you didn't think the person that sabotaged this was going to come back to sort of clean up the issue. You were going to have to do it. You might have called Judgment Day. You may have tried to call this person out. Well, hang on, this isn't my mess to sort out. You need to come and do this. You need to make amends. You need to make it right. But they didn't. So even though you asked this person to face Judgment Day, Cancer, they didn't do anything about this because they'd somehow got what they wanted, and after they got what they wanted, they might have just detached. The Lovers, Gemini. You asked this person to face Judgment Day because of a choice they made which sabotaged a situation which left you in it. And somebody else. Yeah. Eight of Swords. You were in your head about this. It's as if, oh God, what do I do now? Nine of Wands. Yeah, this was difficult, Cancer, because it didn't just affect you, whatever this person did. It affected other people as well. One other person in particular who you're worried is going to ring you or contact you and say, okay, Cancer, I really can't do this anymore. I need to come home and live at home, or I need help financially. And you've been thinking, all right, well, what am I going to do if they actually do that? You feel it's only a matter of time. You actually do feel this person is going to need help in a situation, and it's all down to this person that sabotaged this. This could be even someone who did something sneaky with a business, a legal contract. Somebody may have just been a bit underhanded. but it might have had far-reaching consequences, and you're thinking, all right, if this gets worse, what am I going to do? What is your energy, Cancer? What's your energy? Yeah. All right. Now, guys, you're either talking to an emperor about the situation, could be simply an older masculine, head of a company, and you're saying to this person, I'm really stressed. Do you have any advice? What can I do? Or Cancer, you are sitting in the energy of the emperor. You could be a masculine, and you're trying to figure out what the best course of action would be. You're sitting in fear with the moon. You may fear the person that sabotaged this has headed off into the sunset. They don't want to know anymore, and they're going to leave you in it. I think they've already left you in it, Cancer, for those that resonate with this. What are you considering here? Yeah, but you are standing at crossroads. You do have two stable, solid options. You do have two options. You're sitting on the fence. You're not quite sure which one you should go for, but you're definitely not wanting to look at a last resort option, which could be to leave your house, is what I'm hearing. This could be financial. This could be relating to financial issues. In the immediate future, you're sat there, Cancer, almost thinking, God, you know, life was much easier 10 years ago, or when the kids were little, we didn't have any problems. You're sort of reminiscing about a lovely, big, happy family unit, right? I'm hearing until this person sabotaged this. Okay. Whoever you're communicating with is coming through as an older woman, the Empress. She's communicating with you that she can come up with some money, but it's going to take some time. All right. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Six of Cups and the Knight of Coins for my Cancerians? Thank you, Michael. 13th of June. Okay, mid-June, guys. He's pointing forward to September. The 3rd of September. All right. It may take 3 or 4 months for this person to come up with some money. You're sitting there thinking, well, I don't know what to do. I'm just dreaming about the time when things were nice and easy. Everyone was happy. There were no issues. So not a lot may happen in this period of time, but let's delve into your energy. How are you feeling, Cancer? You're sat in nostalgia about the good times, right? Yeah. Eight of Cups. You're remembering a time, Cancer, when someone left. I'm hearing left you in it. Okay, left you in it. The Wheel of Destiny. And then a brand new cycle started. This could even be you, Cancer, remembering somebody leaving with a lot of money or with a very important legal contract. You may think to yourself, I can't believe I gave that person a contract. That was stupid of me. Or I'm hearing power of attorney, affidavit. I shouldn't have done it. Okay. You somehow, Cancer, handed over the power to someone, and rather than acting with integrity, they did something they shouldn't have done with it. So if this is a family dynamic, this is someone who was told to share the wealth, or they were told to do the right thing with the money or with the business or with the property, whatever this is, but they didn't. They were a bit underhanded. They were a bit underhanded with this. Yeah, they may have released a lot of money from a property, which devalued the property, or they may have taken full advantage of a legal contract and moved to a completely different area, almost sort of out of reach. Oh, well, I can't do anything, Cancer, because I'm miles away now, you know? It's almost as if you're going back to the past and you're remembering the exact time that all of this started. Yeah. All of this started, the chaos, the drama, oh my goodness. This is when it all started to sort of disintegrate. Yeah, there was a tower moment. Whatever this person did to sabotage the situation caused a massive problem for you. They don't want to talk about it. They wouldn't, because I think this person might be just sat in guilt. So they're being very defensive with you, but it's caused a lot of problems in a family dynamic, I think. And you're worried that someone in particular is going to come rushing towards you to say, okay, Cancer, because of what this person did, I'm landing myself on you. I've got no choice, you know. And you're trying to figure out what to do about this. Let's have a look at whoever is sat in the energy of the Empress. She's basically saying to you, Cancer, look, I can help, but it's going to take a few months. This could be an affluent woman, another member of the family maybe. What is this Empress saying? The Hangman. I think, Cancer, what she's saying to you is, I totally see the problem. I totally see that someone's been self-sacrificing. I totally understand that you need my help. I totally understand you need my help. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Page of Coins. Yeah, but what they're going to come up with is going to take time, and it's not going to be very much money. So this isn't somebody saying, don't worry, Cancer, you know, I can help you with another 5 pentacles. They're saying, yeah, it's going to take time and it's just 1 pentacle. What you're thinking about, Cancer, is it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. This person's basically saying, look, it's a start. It's a start. We can be creative. You've got your reservations. What are you saying to this person? Yeah, I just think it's game over. I just don't think this is going to work. I don't think we've got enough. I don't think we're going to be able to manage this. Cancer, it's not as if you're sitting in negative energy, but you're sitting in very real energy. You've got your feet on the ground. You're very realistic about this. Your person's trying to be really optimistic. Well, I'm sure there's a way around it. I'm sure we can be creative. You know, let's put our thinking caps on. I'm sure we can come up with something. You're not quite so sure, Cancer, because you simply feel that not only has the damage already been done, somebody is going to be upset whatever you do, because this shouldn't have happened to begin with, but you now don't have the financial means to sort this out. Okay. Let's stay positive, guys. What is the energy between you and this Empress? What's the energy? Yeah, this is a family member, Cancer, right? Could be you're leaning on the help of an older woman here. Could be an older sister, aunt, could be a grandma who's got a bit of money, but they haven't got very much, bless their heart, and they're saying to you, it's going to take time to send it to you. They may have to release equity or release money from an investment fund or something. Gosh. What you're fearing, Cancer, is it's going to be game over. 10 of Swords. You're fearing, oh God, I'm not going to be able to sort this out for this person that sabotaged this. I've got someone here who's going to be racing towards me, expecting me to sort this out, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. You've got a couple of options, Cancer, but you don't know if either's going to work. From the channeling that's come through, one option is potentially to build something small to house this person who's landing themselves on you in the future, or probably going to land themselves on you in the future. Could be somebody who can't afford to pay their rent or their mortgage because somebody else sabotaged a situation, leaving them broke. I think the other option, Cancer, is to ask this Empress for some help financially. But she's coming to you to say, well, I can only come up with 1 pentacle and it's going to take a while. So you might have to go for option 1, which is to build something. But Cancer, if you're sat in the 5 of Pentacles, you don't have the money to build anything. I mean, this is you thinking of literally building a small extension. Maybe I can build a small annex on the side of my house to house this person, right? We don't have room in the house for them, so we've got to build somewhere. You may be calculating costs, thinking it's going to be quite expensive. You're so angry with this person that sabotaged this, Cancer. It's as if you're looking back thinking, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they landed me with this. Now, I think, guys, the person that sabotaged the situation is eventually going to come back to you to say, I'm sorry. Let's have a look, Cancer. Is this person that sabotaged this eventually going to come back to apologize and do the right thing? Yeah, they might. Cancer, this is someone who may say to you, I'm sorry, I wanted to win. I'm sorry, I wanted the money. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done what I did. Yeah. Wow. So is this going to mean a turnaround? What is this person's situation? Who are they? What's going on here? Who is this person? They could be a younger fire sign. This is someone racing back to say, I'm sorry, Cancer. I'm sorry, Cancer. I shouldn't have done this. It was stupid of me. It's caused you a lot of problems. I didn't want to face the music. Okay, this is a massive turnaround. What are they talking to you about? Yeah, they're talking to you about a property. They're talking to you about building a foundation. They're talking to you about money. Wow. Okay, Cancer, this may solve all your problems. What are they going to say that they're going to do here? What are they going to do here? All right, they're not happy about it, Cancer. It's as if, oh, I thought I got away with this. Obviously not. I didn't realize it would cause a tower moment for a lot of people. So they're coming back a little bit tail between their legs. They don't really want to release this. It could be a property, it could be money, but they're going to do it. They're not happy, but they're going to do it. What are they going to say to you? Yeah, they really don't want to do this. Knight of Wands is fast movement. Four of Wands is a property. They may say to you, look, I can move out of the property, or I can release equity or something. I shouldn't have done what I did with a business. This can even be a business, right? But what they're going to say to you is there any other way around this, Cancer? I mean, have we looked at absolutely every single option? What is your reaction? Yes, every single flipping option is what I'm hearing, and I'm under a lot of stress. You've got to sort this out. You're putting this issue back in this person's hands and saying, you created this, you sort it out. They're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy, Cancer, but they are going to do the right thing at this point. I think they backed away from making things right for quite a while because they wanted to be victorious. This is a little bit about ego. Queen of Wands. Could be a Queen of Wands. I hate to say that. Could be. Could be somebody just a bit strategic. I don't know. Could be somebody who thought they got away with something. So this person's not happy because they've kind of been called out. But they are going to do the right thing. What are they going to say to you? King of Coins. They may be talking to a realtor, a financier, a bank manager, someone dealing with an investment. They're talking to you, Cancer, about money. I think they're needing to discuss this situation with someone that they involved in this. If this was about money, this is a bank manager or investment manager. If this relates to property, this is a realtor. It could be they're getting a house valued. So what they're saying is, okay, I'll take action. I'll sort this out. If there's no other way, then all right, I'm sorry. All right, okay, I'm sorry, Cancer, yeah. What are you going to say to them, Cancer? What are you going to say to them? This has been a challenge, yeah. Cancer, you may call them out. You may say, look, you've caused us, me and other people, so many problems because of what you did. So many problems. I don't think, Cancer, you're going to help it because this person's kind of coming back It's as if they're sat in their masculine energy, sort of swaggering through the door. Hey, Cancer, yeah, sorry about that. I was at an ego. I wanted to win. Yeah, probably didn't do the right thing. I'm not happy about this, though. Is there any other option? Do I have to do this? And you're basically sitting this person down saying, yeah, you flipping do. You put me under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. You need to do the right thing. You need to sort this out. And if this person still looks at you a little bit arrogantly, what you're going to say is, you basically got away with something you shouldn't have got away with, and you know it. You're going to call them out. The good news, Cancer, is I think with this person returning, it's going to lift the burden off you because they are going to do the right thing. Yeah, the Sun. The Sun. You're going to be so relieved, Cancer. You're going to be so relieved. Enlightenment that this person is finally going to do the right thing. Okay, what are you going to say to the person that is about to rush in saying, okay, Cancer, I've got no choice. I've got to land myself on you. What am I going to do? What are you going to say to them? Four of Swords. I don't think you're going to say very much, Cancer, other than a situation's been sorted out so they don't have to worry. They may be sitting there relieved. If this is someone who was strapped for cash, what you're saying is, well, because this Queen of Wands that sabotaged this is doing the right thing, they're doing the needful, I can then transfer money to you so you don't have to stress, you don't have to land yourself on me, something like that. There's just a lot of relief here, Cancer. What else is this person saying that was stressed out? All right. Yeah, I mean, what they're saying to you is, oh my God, thank goodness for that. You know, I was juggling money. I was stressed out. I didn't know what else to do. This is huge relief, Cancer. This is just huge relief. What are you saying to them? Yeah, I mean, Cancer, this is a lot of money. This is the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you could be making sure that this whole situation is balanced out. So if something sneaky was done in the past, this is all going to be mended. It's all going to be resolved. I don't know, though, if there's going to be reconciliation in a family unit, but at least the financial aspects of this are going to be resolved. The financial aspects of this are going to be resolved. The King of Cups, okay. Now I could be dealing with a masculine Cancerian who's been having to deal with all this. Or Cancer, as a feminine, you may be sitting in your masculine energy, feeling as if the right thing was done, you know. You tried to take charge, you didn't have to take charge in the end, because this person that sabotaged this came back to apologize. Yeah. Alrighty. All's well that ends well. So my lovely Cancerians, what a strange reading, but there we go. Sometimes these come through. I hope it resonates for a group of you. I hope it's helped you. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way. And many blessings, Cancer. Bye now.